Pozdrav svima i dobrodošli u novu epizodu serijala Alan Wake, odnosno u epizodu 2. U slučaju da niste vidjeli prvu epizodu, imat ćete u playlistama sve spakovano onako po epizodama, tako ako hoćete da gledate možete to. Imat ćete link playliste dole u opisu videa. Također u opisu videa ćete imati kratak sadržaj igrice, naravno spoiler free. Ja nastavim tamo da sam stao u prethodnoj epizodi, pa da vidimo šta se dešava.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Brajt Fols with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Ovdje ću najvjerojatnije popijem neki copyright pa ću da mutujem to, da znate.
Honey, I'm home.
Sad smo se vratili kao 2 godine
Worst
nazad.
weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Ovo nam je iz epizode 2, dobro. U epizodi 1 imamo već neke. Te collectible papiriće na kojima su kao skript, na kojima je ispisana skripta tog njegovog romana, koji mu se sad trenutno dešava. Samo da vidimo kako mi da sprejimo tu kafu. Aha, evo ga.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Dobro. Go to Alice.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Dobro. Čekaj samo da vidimo gdje je taj njegov ofis. Evo, našli smo i to.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which...
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Au, kakva pričica.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. The gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Honey, I'm home. To je iz onog filma Shining.
By the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Šta bi?
Alan!
Dobro je, evo stižem, evo.
Please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Dobro.
I'm right here, baby.
Čekaj, samo da vidimo gdje je fuse box.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on now, please.
Aha, evo ga, dobro.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Dobro.
Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Dobro.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Kaka romantika. Vraćamo se u sadašnjost.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Dobro, znači...
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Dobro, doktor kaže da nam ne fali ništa. Znači ćemo šta kaže šerif. Gospođo Sara. Vidio što se igra ovdje sa prekidačem, nju sam vidio ranije. Halo?
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good.
Ovo nije Sara,
I'll come
dobro.
back later on to remind you, just in case.
Vidio sam mogu skupljam ove termose, oni su sigurno neki collectibles. Šta je ovak za mene?
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Znači, Stuckija nisu našli. Evo još jedna skriptica. Alice je vidjela senke.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
To se stvarno desilo, bre, ovo smo imali u prošloj epizodi.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Down the corridor. Evo ga, sheriff
That was
office,
Cynthia
dobro.
Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's
On a camping
focused
trip,
on
overdue,
other
haven't
things
been
these days.
in contact. Nestali su njih trojica, pa nestao ovaj. I nestala je mačka, mačku ne traži niko, vjerojatno, dobro. Šta se desi ako, a ne može se gasiti svetlo, dobro.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Hvala, malo ste ljubazni.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up.
A naravno, upucu si čovjeka, vred.
I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National
Mr.
Park.
Wake, can I
There's a
help you
spot
with
called
anything?
Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Dobro. Zvano se nepoznati broj.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there.
I couldn't go anywhere
One of
yet.
our regulars.
I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Ovdje imamo još jedan papirić. Ti? Ne mogu pričati s tom, dobro.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Go through the fence on the left, dobro.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and
Čekaj,
it's
imamo šta
about
kažem.
time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting.
Ne mislim da ću čuti nešto baš pretjerano bitno. Kako ja sad ovdje? Aha, dobro. Pa da, i to niko nije čuo u policijskoj stanici. Na prozor odmah pored.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Da vidimo
Barry?
što sada kaže.
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Brajt Fols.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Dobro.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Dobro.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it
Hopla.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
Dobro. Nabote čovjeka na prvo.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. and he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Ni ja ne znam ko je Max.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No!
Bravo, pa ni on mi ne
Look,
veruje.
Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Funny farm. Talk to Rusty. Ko je Rusty? Neće. Aha, ti si Rusty, dobro. Pa na koja vrata? Aha, evo ovdje.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Ma naravno, nema problem. Sad ćemo budemo malo kurir.
Max here got his foot caught in a trap.
You can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call.
Ajde bre, tiho.
Can we talk about this later?
Šta je ovo?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al,
Ma
come on.
dobro bre,
You gotta
burazer,
understand
ako
how crazy
nećeš da
all this
slušaš.
sounds.
Sedi
If
tu
you're
i
trying to pull a
čuti i
joke
to.
on me, freak
Ajde.
me out, it's
Otvori vrata,
working.
to je to.
Haha, let's have a laugh on Barry.
Evo ti form.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Hvala
Thanks.
lepo i doviđenja.
Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Bravo,
sure.
to bi mogo da
It's
znam.
at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Dobro.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast.
You're
It's right
asking
below
me
that.
to believe that you shot a dude who went into thin air, a guy
Kako
who
bi
was
te nabao
bulletproof
samo da
until you
ćutiš?
pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in... That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff
Ja ne znam
or
da li
call
ovaj
the
nekad
FBI.
čovjek
Damn it,
može
Barry,
čuti.
they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
To, sedi tu i čuti.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Sad treba stignemo do tog lav pika.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way.
A, opet imam pištolj. Sve imam što sve imam. Divno. Šta je ovo? Aha, skript.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Da li mogu nešto u ovoj kući da nađem, a? Mogu radio. Iju.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deer Fest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Nešto. Idemo dalje. Pa to je ovdje. Ovo bar tako izgleda. Ćemo da imamo, nije. Ju, šta je ovo? Sad opet kreće ringišpil. Aha, Lover's Peak, još dole. Malo se vratimo od ove kuće da vidimo da možemo nađemo nešto ovdje. Svetla nema. Ničeg nema ovdje.
Civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode.
Nešto.
The Man in the Mirror.
Idemo dalje, nemamo vremena mi ja gledamo seriju. Moramo da spašemo ženče.
Left me weak. This was no hedge. Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! Oh God! I'm coming! Please, help me! Help me!
Well.
Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone! Please, hello? Help! Back here.
Evo, tu sam.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Čekaj da vidimo gdje je sad. Kaže u ofisu. U kom ofisu? Gdje je ofisu?
Shh, good boy.
Prva pomoć. Nešto prva pomoć. Care. Aha,
the only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Čekaj samo da vidimo. Kaže Barry doubts Wake's sanity. Rusty dying. Rusty attacked by the dark presence. The dark presence in the diner.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Dobro.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Aha. Znači, mi u principu nađemo ovaj papir i pročitamo šta će se desiti. Sad ćemo da vidimo da će baš tako da bude.
But he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Dobro, to smo već vidjeli.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Rusty attacked by the dark presence.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Dobro, to smo sad sve mi vidjeli, sad je on nama da taj ključ idemo, ali ja hoću da vidim tu njegovu nogu. Baš da vidim da li su dalje. Jesu. Sjebana mu noga. Dobro. Koliko sam ja bolestan, vratio sam samo da vidim da li mu je slomljena noga. Ajde, otvaraj. The save, haven't applied, dobro, to ćemo poslije. Ajde, da počitamo ovdje.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Dobro, ovo nisam siguran da li se desilo, već ili će tek da se desi. Vidjet ćemo uskoro.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on. Rusty!
I just need hunting licenses.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing for those who purchase a park license. Obey at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never.
You're closer than 100 yards.
Never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. That's must release. Never leave your pet unattended.
daj. Sad idemo ovamo. Da. Samo što ja ne mogu da prođem tuda. Okolo mora, dobro. Ima ih još. Ajde sad da vidimo. Da li ćemo da nađemo ženu ovamo. Daj ti meni svu municiju u svaki slučaj. A umorio se, ne može da trči više. Ajde majstore. Šta sad? Tu da ne može, a? Kuda može? A, dobro. Bože, kakva glupost.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Dobro, konačno počeo da nam veruje. Rusty final thoughts.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Dobro.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Znači, ima još da se gilja do tamo. Samo neke baterije bi mi dobro došle. 2 sam samo došao. Ma daj. Ništa ovdje. Ništa, idemo dalje. A, stižemo do Lover's Peaka. Sam imam neki gadan osjećaj da će ovdje biti ringe špila. šotkicu, pa da. No, će bude ozbiljno vjerokanje sad. Ovo što je zajeban. Da li ja idem u pravom pravcu? Ne! Jubi me na kraju. A ovdje ih ima baš dosta. Ajde bre, marš. Ja ne znam da li ovo što idem u pravom pravcu. Oj, i pogodim. Ajde, let's go. Da, idem. Dobro, evo ga, lover speak. Ovo ste dosadni. Ne! To. Top. Šta sad? Ovo ne radi. Lover speak. Op. Dobro. Cepamo gore. Onda možda letimo i na medvede. Divno. Samo mi još medved fali. Pa da. Pa da. Za shotgun nemam. I što sad? Ja nemam municije, kako da ga ubijem, red? Nisam je znao. Da će ovo da radi. Dobre. Rešili smo konačno ovo. Dobro, se ništa posebno nije desilo. Kako sad ja da prođem tamo? Aha, mora da... Dobro. To. To žičarom idemo. Ovo mi se baš ne sviđa, ali ajde. Da vidimo šta nas čeka na drugoj strani. Da ćemo da stignemo na drugoj strani.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
Neki zajebalnik. Dobro, pomogao nam je, hvala mu.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move. Why? Because that's the way the story goes. Yeah, but... Let's move! I lost my gun back there. Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! That's what I got for you!
No. Što si dosadan? Pa što samo mene tuku? Tu je još jedan lik sa mnom, oni tuku mene. Baš su... Barat.
Hell, of course I see him. Come on, we gotta move.
Ene seri, nego ajde.
Because that's the way the story goes. Yeah, but... Let's move! I lost my gun back there. Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up!
Rešili smo i ovo.
Lover's Peak, right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake. Are you kidding? Give me the gun! No time for back talk. Pull them off, damn it! They're alone! Scare them off! Get some light on those bastards! That'll keep them off us!
Kakav forac.
I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it.
Za malo.
Like that, boy? Huh? Get some! Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Entering Lover's Peak, konačno smo stigli. Termos. Da, pokupim to.
This is it, Wake. A last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Ajde, majstore, pucaj. Bravo.
You just keep coming.
Ajde, njega. Ajde, puti sad u njemu. To je to.
Let's cut the act now.
Preživjeli smo.
Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
Hopla.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Dobro, znači našli smo čovjeka koji nam je kidnapovao ženu. I on od nas traži skriptu cijele priče. Mi to nemamo, naravno. I sad ćemo da se probijemo kroz ovu šumu, da stignemo do one kolibe da je odsedamo i da vidimo sa našim drugarom Perijem šta ćemo.
Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
Vidio sam da nešto svetlje u zemlji, ali nisam znao da su to ove zamke za medvede, vidite koliko ih ima. Dobro, probio sam se. Ajmo dalje. Razvio su me lupali. Gdje je taj posljednji? Aha. Ovo je bilo za malo. Ovo je baš bilo za malo. Hadi bak. Beži odatle. Koliko te noge nosi? Uvijek je municije, nešto nema. Ove baklje su opasno dobra stvar. Vidi ga ovaj. Najbolje to što sam vidio tamo još jednom. Hunting rifle. Lovačka puška. Pa ćemo da vidimo da li mogu ja da upalim ovo. A mislim da mogu. To je to. Jaj, ajmo dalje. Dođi. Gdje?
Hunting your own the same way.
Ne, da padneš dole. Mislio sam gotovo, pao sam dole. Šta mu udari, bro? Dobro. Šta sad? O, ne može toliko skoči. Aha, dobro. Climb. Jo, pa dokle više se penjem, rođače?
Be aware of widowmakers.
Dim. I njega smo rešili. Šta sad? Kuda sad? Ajde, jedan lagani reload. Ovdje ništa. Dobro. Make it through the woods. Idi bre, presečem. I njih smo završili. Hoće li doći kraj više ovo? Ajmo reload. Ako dođe ponovo do neke pucnjaje.
Occupation.
Au, ovaj burazir ima motornu testeru. Rešili smo i njih. Javi se na taj telefon.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Au, problemu nam je Barry. Moramo požurimo.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
Garage key.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Znači, zajebana situacija.
You can learn about nature and yourself.
Pusti me da... Hajde, izađi ovdje na svetlo, da te vidim. Čekaj, da li mogu da uzmem taj auto. Mislim da je baš teško da to može, ali... A ne, ja sam uzeo ključ, bre. Otvaraj, ajde. Enter the vehicle, nisam se baš ovome nadao, ali... Kako se vozi? Aha. Kakva priča, nisam očekivao da ću u ovoj igrici vozim auto. Op, op, op. To je ovdje. Kako će izlazi iz auta? Aha, dobro. Bolje ja da potrčim malo. Da.
It was the kidnapper. You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Brajt Fols coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Znači, za 2 dana treba napišemo roman. Za koji on nije ni počeo, u stvari. Za koji ne zna da je
Barry
počeo.
had talked about birds over the phone.
Evo, Barry kuća stižem.
Al! Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
U razoru otvaraj vrata, da li si lud? Nemam baterije, brate. Joj.
I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Ja ne mogu da verujem da je on majmun stavio sve ovo na vrata da ja ne mogu dođe. Dobro.
I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Kakav si retar, trebalo otvori šato odmah, majmune jedan.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
Au. Ozbiljna priča. Ovo ću morati da mutujem, kreću muziku. To je to, drugari. To je bilo to, drugari, što se tiče epizode 2 serijala Alan Wake. Nadam se da vam se sviđao video. Ako vam se sviđao, obavezno bacite like i subscribe kako ne biste propustili nijedan od sljedećih videa. A mi se vidimo u nekom od narednih klipova.